or because of your circle. Which class are you in right now? 1 Alpha. Okay, so I assume that you are one of the top students so far. Okay, so out of all subjects that you have learned, you know, online through online classes so far, which one do you enjoy the most? English. Who's your English teacher? Sir Zaim. Okay, I didn't get to meet Sir Zaim just yet because I have left the school like 1 year ago, and he has just came over to the school recently. I was told by my other colleagues, ex-colleagues. Huh? Okay, so it's glad, you know, it's good to hear about you, Damia Kaisara. So I hope that you could keep the momentum up to the best level. Yeah. Okay, let's have another person. Okay, this time around I need to have I want to choose a boy. So do we have Syed Muhammad Afif Akasha ka? Syed Muhammad Afif, are you there? Syed Muhammad Afif. Oh, all right. So make sure you have got to pay 100% attention when I'm explaining things, because one of the reasons is I really want to produce, even though I'm no longer with Paris Petra, Paris IBWS, but I think the direction of MYPIB is very much, aligned with my principle as a teacher. Okay, so that's a good thing about middle year program of International Baccalaureate, because we want to produce the Malaysians who are confident enough in presenting their ideas, their thoughts, stuff like that. So, okay, if we don't have Muhammad Afif, Syed Muhammad Afif, can we have like Shafizul Izwan? Shafizul Izwan, are you there? Come on, please turn on your microphone. It should be like two-way of communication. Or maybe because, come on, Shafizul Izwan, are you there? If you are shy to talk to me, please, you can actually type on the comment box section right down there. Are you there, Shafizul Izwan? Which class are you? While waiting for the rest to join the room, let's have some, you know, conversation with some of the students over here. Okay, all right. So we still do not receive responses from any boys. Okay, all right. So yeah, your counselor has spoken up. You know, yes, your counselor has responded to on the comment box section over there. Come on, please don't feel shy with me. You know, even though I'm no longer in Paris Petra, but I still regard you guys as my student. You see, I think that's because you know, I've always regarded myself as a teacher. You know, even though I'm no longer a teacher, I'm a lecturer in the college right now. Come on. Okay, let's have Muhammad Izwan Hakim, or what's your full name? Muhammad Ezzwan. Are you there, Muhammad Izwan? Cikgu Arif, please say something to your students. Okay, okay. Okay, awak boleh kecek dalam bahasa Melayu, don't worry. Okay, I will ask you in English, but you can respond to me dalam bahasa Melayu. No problem. Muhammad Izwan, come on. You're better than this. Please say something. My goodness, everybody is like freaked out. Okay, now, if you're shy to talk to me, now it's okay. Now, please inform the rest to join the room right now. We only have like 74 minus me and Cikgu Arif. It's supposed to be like 73 only right now, whereby the total number of the students must be around at least 146. Okay, right. So, okay, if that's the thing, I think we should start right now. Okay, if any, okay. All right, okay. So let me share the screen. Okay, I will share my entire screen, no problem. Okay, please pay attention, yeah? Right, so I will share the screen and tell me if you can listen to the sound or something later on, yeah? Okay, so let's have an introduction about today's business or today's discussion. So welcome to the Google Meet session with me. My name is Mr. Abdul Hakim bin Haji Zakaria. And I used to teach in Paris IBWS, you know, Paris Petra International Baccalaureate World School last time for 2.5 years before I get posted to College Matrikulasi Kelantan. And last time when I was a teacher dekat sekolah Paris Petra ni, I was appointed as one of the coordinators for International Baccalaureate for middle year program ni, bersama dengan teacher Rosie, bersama dengan teacher Solehah, bersama dengan teacher Tengku Norma Suraya. Okay, so this is actually a few memories that we had together. So hari ni saya akan bercerita tentang mainly tentang IB Learner Profile. Okay, so IB Learner Profile ni adalah actually characteristics bagi seorang pelajar middle year program of International Baccalaureate. So we have like 10 altogether. Okay, we have 10 altogether. So the first one is principled. Okay, seorang yang penuh prinsip. Okay, so that's what you should be once you come over to the school. You cannot behave like you ni masih lagi pelajar sekolah rendah dan sebagainya. Awak kena pastikan yang awak masuk ke Paris Petra sebagai seorang yang mempunyai prinsip, orang yang ada matlamat, ya. Dan kedua, the second trait of IB Learner Profile is you are someone who are caring enough. Okay, kamu concern, kamu caring, kamu mengambil berat. Bukan saja tentang diri sendiri, bukan saja tentang keluarga kamu, ibu bapa kamu, but you are also taking a very good care of your surroundings. Kamu punya environment, alam sekitar, kebersihan dalam bilik tidur, dalam dapur, dekat ruang tamu. And when you go to the school, in your classroom, we are talking about, orang yang menjaga kebersihan, kutip sampah whenever you nampak sampah merata-rata, things like that. And we are talking about the cleanliness at the hostel room later on as well. And then, of course, the third one would be thinkers. Thinkers is actually a fundamental part. Okay, fundamental means adalah satu nilai yang ataupun elemen yang penting untuk membina masa depan negara Malaysia. You know, kamu adalah pewaris negara yang akan mengemudi kejayaan negara Malaysia dan sebagainya. So, we need people who can actually think critically. You know, kamu tak boleh hanya sekadar dengar, you tak boleh hanya sekadar termenung. You know, that's what differentiates you with regular students from other schools. And then number 4, that would be open-minded. Okay, open-minded means kamu berfikiran terbuka. Kamu bukan seorang yang bersifat jumud, bukan seorang yang bersifat dalam tempurung. Okay, you katak bawah tempurung, something like that. Okay, kamu terbuka untuk menerima perubahan. Kamu terbuka untuk menerima sesuatu revolusi yang baru. Okay, so itu adalah antara ciri-ciri pelajar middle year program International Baccalaureate World School, ya. And then lagi satu, okay, just because you thought that kamu tak boleh bercakap, is not that you tak boleh bercakap sebenarnya. Okay, because one of the traits of IB learner profile is actually you should be a good communicator. Okay, mari saya bagi tahu. Sebenarnya one of the reasons kenapa rakyat Malaysia, we are not just talking about the school students, we are not talking about Paris Petra students, we are talking about the Malaysians as general. Kenapa kita susah nak berkomunikasi? That's mainly because kita pun tak tahu apa benda. konten apa yang kamu nak bercakap. Okay, you don't know what to talk about. So that's why before you are able to communicate well, you need to feed yourself. You need to equip yourself with information, with knowledge, and you should know how to plan your ideas. Sometimes kamu bukan tak ada idea. You have your brain, you have your intellectuality. It's just that you tak tahu macam mana nak organize your ideas, and that's that's what IB school provides their students with. You know, the way to communicate better, the way to arrange or organize your ideas better so that you can be a good communicator. Yeah. And then number 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, number 6, it should be inquiries. Later on saya akan bercerita lagi. Okay, after kita habis berbicara tentang 10 perkara ni. Okay, I will show you the videos. Okay, so that you can actually have better understanding, better views about what IB student of middle year program is all about. Inquirers, I nak you jot down on your paper. You know, get yourself a piece of paper or on your notebook, get yourself a pen. Inquirers means seorang yang suka inquiry, seorang yang suka bertanya. Okay, it's not just about what. Okay, ingat tak how many okay, let's have this one. Okay, let's have this one. So how many basically, let's have I want to jot down something. So I choose this color. So there are 5 W's and 1 H that you guys as a student should be able to question. You know, it's not just about what, it also is about why does that happen? When that situation would happen? Who would get involved into that kind of situation? Where the situation would take place and how? Okay. So these are the most basic elements of you know, of how you can actually come up with your questions, your inquiry. And if you are able to, okay, if you are given a situation, at least kamu dah patut tahu macam mana nak aplikasikan 5 W's and 1 H ni. And that would make you a good inquirer. Okay. And then of course, we are talking about knowledgeable. Okay, we are talking about someone who is knowledgeable. Okay, so walaupun kamu baru tingkatan 1, tetapi kamu patut berterima kasih, kamu patut bersyukur. Kamu semua, you are all living in the era where, you know, the information is just in your fingertips, you know, at the end of your fingertips only. Okay, kamu tak perlu lagi bersusah payah nak pergi library. You don't have to go to the cyber cafe anymore, not even cyber cafe. And I bet, you know, any one of you who still understand what cyber cafe is all about, I don't think that you are from that era anymore, because last time, internet was not a regular thing for everybody. Dulu, nak melayari internet 1 jam saja kami kena bayar RM3, 3 ya. Ataupun lepas tu murah sikit jadi 2 ya, RM2. Sejam ya, sejam. Because internet zaman tu sangat mahal. You know, phone calls pun masa tu 1 minit 60 sen. How about that? Sekarang ni you bayar RM35, you get unlimited calls. You bayar RM35 for your prepaid, you get unlimited mobile data. Okay, so you should be lucky enough. So saya nak bagi tahu yang kalau siapa yang complain pasal online lessons ni, online classes ni, I think first of all, you need to make sure that you stay focused. Okay, just because you thought that you're from one, kamu masih lagi baby or something, that shouldn't be that way. Kamu kena anggap kamu ni seorang yang dah matang. Pelajar asrama penuh lagi, one of the top schools in Malaysia lagi. Dan sekolah ni pula sekolah bertaraf international pula, baccalaureate lagi. So there's no such thing as, oh saya ni duduk kampung apa semua. Duduk kampung is one thing, you know, but I don't believe that orang kampung tak perlu jadi orang yang hebat. No way, you know. Tak kisah kamu dari Jerat ke, dari Jeli ke, dari Bacok ke, dari Tanah Merah aka Redland ke, you should be able to portray yourself as an excellent person. You should be a knowledgeable person beforehand. And then you should be, okay, another traits of IB learner profile is someone who is reflective. What is reflective? Reflective ni secara kasar saya akan explain first. Orang yang sentiasa bermuhasabah. You are actually, if let's say something ataupun challenges ataupun tragedy menimpa diri kamu, instead of bersedih hiba, berduka lara, meratap pilu, meratap sendu, you should be thinking about why does these things happen? Apa hikmah yang Allah nak bagi dekat kita and everything. You know, so if you can actually come to that point, you are actually prepared to be an IB student, you know? And then, of course, the ninth one is actually balance, you know, someone who can actually balance up dari segi mereka punya academic, dari segi mereka punya sasiah diri, religion, dari segi sports, and also your hobbies, personal hobbies as well. Okay, it's not that we want to deprive diri kamu daripada melakukan aktiviti kegemaran kamu, but you should know whether that hobby can actually benefit you later on in your later life or not. For example, kalau hobi kamu melepak saja, duduk buah kosong saja sampai ke subuh hari bila kamu duduk asrama nanti. It's not that kami guru-guru tak suka korang berborak, you know, having a good relationship with your friends. But you must know your balance, you must know your limits. You know, if that can actually affect your studies on the next day, do you think that's gonna worth it? Mak bapak kamu hantar kamu datang ke sekolah sini untuk jadi pelajar yang hebat, but you still bawa perangai-perangai, you know, I don't have to say it. You should reflect yourself, okay? So before you come over to school, you know, inshallah, very, very soon, you should equip yourself. You should ask yourself whether I am fit enough to be a good student of Paris International Baccalaureate World School. And last one is actually risk taker. I tell you what, dekat Paris Petra ni, that's going to be a lot of competitions, contests, you know, for many things, you know, for every subject, there would be, you know, kita ada hari kecemerlangan. You are not competing just among your friends in your respective schools. You will be representing the school itself to the zone level, to the regional level zone lah. And then to the national level, okay? So things like that yang kamu patut rasa bangga, because you can actually contribute back. You can actually become someone who take the risk. You know, you don't have to be afraid. So trait number 1 tadi yang kamu tak respond to me, itu pun belum menunjukkan kamu seorang pelajar IB yang sebenar. But I am not blaming you. Maybe you were quite terrified with, you know, with me because you have never met me before, but it's okay. Soon when you come back to the school, and if time permits, if I am available, inshallah, I will pay you a visit, and we're going to have, you know, a casual talk with each other. Okay, so I'm going to stop here for a while. I'm going to show you a video about what IB middle year program is all about. Okay, so I will share the screen, you know, and I'm going to play the video right now. Okay. So tell me if you can listen or to the audio or not. Okay. Boleh dengar ke sound, Cikgu Arif? Okay, okay.
My first impressions of the MYP were, wow, this isn't a traditional setting. This is a creative framework that allows students to engage with one another, engage with the teacher.
NYP, it allows the teacher to be more of a facilitator. And that I like.
Okay, I stopped there for a while. You can see from the video itself, okay, middle year program of International Baccalaureate ni bukan semata-mata cikgu mengajar bercerita from waktu pukul 8 pagi sampai pukul 10 pagi, tidak. You know, the teacher functions as a facilitator. You will take an active role to present ideas, to present kamu punya subject, you know. In each subject, kamu akan present a lot of ideas, you know, kamu akan buat banyak videos, banyak presentations. Itu adalah kerana kita nak mencabar kemampuan kamu dari segi all those kind of traits sebagai IB students through the IB learner profile later on. Tapi saya nak bagi tahu, Jangan pula kamu rasa pressure. Jangan pula kamu rasa takutlah tak lah sekolah di Paris Petra. No way. You know, you should be proud. You should be proud of yourself. Kerana daripada ribuan yang apply nak masuk Paris Petra ni, kamu adalah antara 146 applicants yang berjaya menempatkan diri sebagai pelajar Paris Petra. I tell you what, Paris Petra, when it comes to academic wise, it's one of top 10 schools in Malaysia, you know, dan juga salah satu daripada 10 sekolah yang dipilih di Malaysia ini, dalam sekolah bawah Kementerian Pendidikan Malaysia untuk buat program International Baccalaureate World School. Dan ianya memberikan kamu peluang ataupun exposure untuk kamu menonjolkan kebolehan kamu. Okay, if let's say you are good in sports. So kita nak kamu betul-betul jadi orang yang betul-betul hebat dalam sports. If you are good in music. So we want you to be able to produce a good piece of, you know, not just a humming a melody, but we want you to become a good guitar player or piano player. You can actually write music scores or something. Because we are no longer talking about producing students di peringkat terbaik PPD daerah Kelantan, something like that. No more. We are talking about producing a world-class level of students, and you should be proud of that. Okay? All right, so let's continue.
Being able to go around, seeing the kids work together, helping themselves, helping each other.
Okay, so the video itself says that another important role ataupun rule in becoming an IB student ni, kamu tak boleh jadi orang yang selfish. You shouldn't be someone individualistic. You must help each other, but of course, the one which received help from others must be willing to improve themselves as well. Kita tak mau dengar cerita tentang free riders. Free riders means kamu menumpang orang lain punya assignments, kamu hanya bagi nama, bagi kamu punya IC number sahaja. Dan orang lain bersengkam mata siang malam persiapkan projek itu dan ini. That is selfish. Okay, so International Baccalaureate World School ni mengajar kamu untuk jadi orang yang full of integrity, orang yang amanah, orang yang jujur, orang yang belajar ilmu bukan untuk dapatkan grade A semata-mata, but you are learning something for the sake of yourself, that one day bila kamu dah grow up, you can actually contribute back to the society, to the nation, yeah?
Really focuses on the person as an individual thinker, an individual learner, and somebody that is creating their own pathway. I love being able to nurture their individual strengths. That's what the MIT does. I don't want the students to just think that science is science and art is art. And that's something that the MIT really nurtures. It nurtures that cross collaboration. So one of the main idea for MYP is we emphasize the holistic learning. We're not looking to how long essay they can produce, but we're actually assessing their understanding and analyzing skills.
Okay, kalau kamu dengar betul-betul tadi, that teacher says, we are not impressed with how long the essay you are able to produce, but kita nak tengok how critical your thinking skill is when you produce your essay. Macam mana kamu boleh bercakap sesuatu perkara, kamu boleh tulis sesuatu perkara dalam kamu menunjukkan kematangan kamu, your real concern about what's going on with your country, with your surrounding, with your community. Okay, itu adalah ciri-ciri seorang pelajar IB, ya.
The way we learn is different because we understand what we're learning, we don't memorize it.
Porque se focaliza mucho en el proceso. Lo importante es el proceso de creación, el proceso de construcción, el proceso de adquisición de conocimiento. Además, se les hace siempre al final de los proyectos una reflexión.
Our students are exposed to different parts of the world. Our students are then more globally aware and more prepared for the real world.
Okay, another thing about IB is you're not only, you know, ambil tahu tentang perkara yang berlaku dekat kampung halaman kamu, dekat belakang rumah kamu, dalam sungai belakang rumah kamu saja. No, you're taking care. Kamu dah patut mengambil tahu tentang apa yang berlaku di negara kamu, di Malaysia. Kamu dah patut ambil tahu tentang masalah-masalah berlaku di sekitar dunia seperti masalah pemerdagangan manusia, seperti masalah pembuangan sampah sehingga menjejaskan alam sekitar. Itu yang kamu akan reflect balik. Lepas ni, kalau kamu tengok sampah, you know, let's say, biasanya orang yang bukan berfikiran IB, tak apalah aku bayar sampah sebotol je kan. Tapi kalau 800 orang dekat Paris Petra tu, ada pemikiran kolot yang sama macam kamu, yang bukan bertaraf IB, 800 botol sehari ataupun satu masa. And what if semua orang berfikiran macam kamu, tak apalah buat sampah apa semua kan. So what would happen to our country? What would happen to our environment? So itu yang penting kenapa kita perlu berfikiran global, berfikiran international, and that this IB prepares you to think globally as an international person.
The internationalism, the capacity to understand others, to put yourself in others' shoes and see different perspectives, something which is so crucial.
And the knowledge that we are hopefully not only giving them the academic skills that they need, but really the life skills to be able to build on, to be able to take them.
En gros, à l'école, on apprend à travailler en groupe, à organiser, et du coup, ça nous aidera pour notre futur. On pourra travailler avec des personnes qu'on n'aime pas forcément, et ensuite, on pourra faire des grandes choses et améliorer le monde.
And then we have the assessments that are used around the world that really put the stamp on the rigorous instruction.
Okay, so kamu tahu at the end of the session, setiap kamu akan disuruh buat formative assessment dan juga summative assessment at the end of, contohnya kalau English last time we have like 3 phases of a unit plan. Okay, so setiap kali di hujung unit plan tu, kamu akan buat satu summative assessment, presentations ke, video ke, you know, ataupun a product, ataupun you know, something to do with the environment. So dari situ kita akan tahu dan kita akan nilai kamu mengikut standard international baccalaureate yang betul. Because level kamu bukan lagi level sekolah kampung. Level kamu ialah level international baccalaureate world school. Bila kamu letakkan diri kamu sebagai international level of student, kamu tak akan ada rasa nak main-main. Kamu tak ada rasa nak, aku nak balik kampung, nak bidah burung apa semua lagi. It's not that you can't do that when you are at home. Tetapi your mindset, your mentality as an international level of students would change. Itu yang kita nak bawakan kamu. So you should be proud sebenarnya sebab kamu adalah insan-insan yang terpilih untuk membina negara kita di masa akan datang. We are not talking about 100 years time. Dalam masa 10 tahun lagi ataupun 15 tahun lagi, kamu semualah yang akan memimpin negara Malaysia ni. Kamu semualah yang akan memberi orang kata ilmu ataupun tunjuk ajar dekat the younger generation how to take care of the environment, how to take care of the country, how to take care of our health, how to take care of the community. Tak ada dah orang yang hisap dadah, bosia, mak rempit apa semua. You know what I'm talking about? Things like that.
With the sensitivities to their role in the world.
And the MIP provided them with some of the most valuable tools.
Right, so that's about it. Okay, so let's get back to our discussion. Okay, so basically, all right, this is actually I will share. I have actually shared the slides with our counselor just now. So later on nanti boleh tengok balik. Inquirers tu, kamu kenapa penting sebagai pelajar IB ni untuk ada skills of inquirer? Because dari situ kamu akan nurture kamu punya curiosity. Curiosity means daripada perkataan curious, iaitu perasaan ingin tahu. Penting perasaan ingin tahu, tapi bukannya menyibuk pasal hal ehwal hidup orang lain, tetapi ingin tahu tentang what's going on. Kalau orang ni orang yang ignorant, dia punya curiosity versus ignorant, daripada perkataan ignore. Orang yang ignorant ni, mereka tak akan ambil tahu pun apa yang terjadi di sekeliling dia. Contohnya kalau jiran sebelah anak dia kena dera dan sebagainya. Kamu bawa perangai ignorant kamu tu, what would happen to that anak jiran yang didera? Kamu tak rasa bersalah ke? Sedangkan kita sebagai part of the community members, we should be curious about what's going on with our surrounding. Kamu patut jadi orang yang helpful, not an individualistic type of person. Itu kita nak lahirkan lebih ramai pelajar-pelajar di Malaysia, because IB, MYP IB ni bukan applicable to semua sekolah di Malaysia ni, hanya 10 sekolah dalam Kementerian Pendidikan Malaysia yang apply benda ni. Jadi kamulah yang akan masuk university later on, masuk corporate sector later on. Kamu akan bawa bukan sekadar your knowledge in your respective skills that you learn in the university, tetapi nilai-nilai, values ni yang kamu akan bawa. Kamu akan lahirkan, kamu akan bentuk generasi Malaysia yang lebih orang kata concern about other people's problems ataupun troubles, ya. And then you should be able to learn independently and with others. Kamu patut tahu, bila kamu seorang inquirers, kamu tak perlu tunggu cikgu royak satu-satu the instruction. You should know, okay, kalau saya diberi tugasan macam ni, I kena rangka sendiri apa yang saya patut buat from A to Z. Kita nak didik kamu jadi orang yang creative with your projects, with everything. And when you're in Form 5, later kamu akan come up with your personal project. Okay, saya sempat handle 2 seasons ataupun 2 batches of Form 5 students who produce their personal projects. Okay, and then knowledgeable just now. Okay, kenapa kamu kena jadi seorang knowledgeable? Because bila kamu jadi orang yang knowledgeable, you can actually develop and use conceptual understanding to explore knowledge. Okay, so maksudnya kamu tak perlu lagi bergantung pada guru semata-mata. You know, cikgu ataupun guru kamu can actually help you to clarify things that you can't understand by yourself. Tetapi kamu sendiri kena ada effort sendiri. Okay, what I mean is, bila kamu contohnya saya bagi tahu tadi, if let's say there are still many of you who complain about online learning. Sebenarnya online learning ni adalah actually a blessing in disguise. One thing is, you can still be at home. Second thing is, kamu tak perlu nak orang kata bangun pagi-pagi. Sometimes kamu tak perlu mandi pun kan to join the lesson. You know, it's actually at the comfort of your bedroom. Tetapi you must have your self integrity. Kamu kena fokus. You tak boleh nak harapkan orang lain nak mari tibai ke go there you dulu apa semua baru you nak fokus. No. Just because you thought ya alah saya baru form 1, saya baru tingkatan 1. No, never. Kamu dah patut fikir 10 years ahead lah tentang what's going to happen kalau saya tak fokus sekarang. Ruginya saya. Things like that. And that would relate to another trait, which is thinkers. Sebagai seorang IB learners ni, you would think a lot. Kita dah tak mau dah produce manusia-manusia ataupun generasi-generasi yang tidak berfikir. Kerana yang tidak berfikir ni lah yang ambil jalan singkat. Just because you have problems. Kamu ingat kamu seorang saja yang problems dalam kebumian panah ni. Everybody has problems. Tetapi ada segelintir menjadikan dadah. Menjadikan, sebagai orang kata antidepressant. Dadah lah, rempit lah, lari dari rumah lah, bosia lah, social issues dan sebagainya. I think itu kerana kita, rakyat Malaysia, kurang daya fikir. You see? So kamu Form 1, tolong. Just because you thought that, okay, aku remaja, transisi dari kanak-kanak ke remaja, it's okay lah, aku nak rebellious sikit, nak melawan sikit ayah, mak, apa-apa semua. No. Percayalah cakap saya, you akan menyesal if you don't actually use your intellectuality untuk menimbang tara keputusan kamu dalam membuat suatu perkara, ya. So that's why we need to produce more Malaysians who are a great thinker. And of course, when you think a lot, when you have content, when you have substances, bahan yang kamu nak bercakap dalam kepala kamu ni, you will be a great communicator. Sebagai guru di IB school, your English teachers, your BM teachers will help you out once you have the content, the substance in you. So mereka akan ajar kamu macam mana nak rangka, nak plan your ideas ahead. Kalau if I was still in Paris Petra, of course, benda ni saya akan ajar kau macam tu, okay, later on. And then we should be talking about open-mindedness. Setengah-setengah daripada kita ni masih lagi bawa budaya-budaya orang kampung, you know, malu nak ke depan dan sebagainya. Malu lah nak ini, malu nak itu, apa semua. Kan? Macam mana kita nak berdaya saing if you still feel shy? Padahal bukan nak suruh kamu ni, you know, buka baju ke apa semua. No way. Alright? We want to basically expose you to be someone who is more confident with your own selves, you know, in sharing out your thoughts and ideas. Kadang-kadang ada benda ni kita kena pertahankan. Ada benda yang kita rasa kita perlu bercakap. Kalau tak, kamu akan terus dibuli. That's why we need people who should be open-minded. And of course, when we talk about caring, kita tak mau rakyat Malaysia ni yang hanya excellent dekat IQ saja, tapi orang yang bersikap individualistik, pentingkan diri sendiri. Tak kisah orang lain, sengsara dan sebagainya. No way. We don't want that to happen in our society anymore later on. And of course, when we talk about risk takers, you know, ambil peluang yang ada selagi boleh, selagi muda, selagi sihat walafiat. Kita ni ramai penakut, tak sel aku masuk benda ni, tak sel aku masuk benda ni, tak sel lah itu, tak sel lah ini. That's not the attitude or characteristic of an IB learner, yeah. And then balance, we have been talking about it. Nombor satu, walaupun se-modern mana pun kamu, se-western mana pun kamu, kena ingat Allah nombor satu. Sebab Allah is the sole provider to everything in this world. So siapa cakap bila kita buat international baccalaureate ni, kita jadi Mak Saleh lah, you know, kita jadi orang putih lah. No. Orang putih ke, orang negro ke, Cina ke, apa semua ke, semuanya ada pegangan. Maksudnya, semua orang Islam ni ada dalam setiap bangsa. So kamu kena bersikap balance, you know. Just because you want to achieve, you want to catch after your dreams to become somebody, it doesn't mean you need to neglect Allah SWT. Because benda ni saya bercakap based on my observation, personal observations. Ada setengah-setengah company ni, mereka ignore the importance of having a good relationship with Allah SWT. They thought that by pushing the workers to, you know, work as hard as possible, that's going to be a good thing. But that's not. So bila kamu jadi boss satu hari nanti, manager satu hari nanti, if you know that everything is under control by Allah SWT, you know that everything must be seek and ask from Allah SWT, that's where you would understand that everything, semuanya adalah dari keyakinan kamu terhadap Allah SWT. Of course, struggle ataupun usaha, effort number satu. But you should never eliminate your creator at all, at any cost. And then from there, bila kamu dah kenal Tuhan apa semua, that's when you become a reflective type of person. Alright, so let's move on to this one. I think this one is just a continuation of what IB learner profiles are all about. You can actually read it by yourself later on. You can get this from your counselor. And then, all right, ideal IB candidate profile. You see everybody's like laughing, smiling. IB ni sebenarnya adalah sesuatu perkara yang membuatkan kita jadi lebih seronok belajar, seronok pergi sekolah. Bukan sesuatu yang membuatkan you all rasa pressure, tension, you know, tertekan dan sebagainya. You see, that's why kalau you tengok yang this one I share, the animated one, I come up with 2 different versions. So I put orang kata this one lagi. So nak tunjuknya how brightful your smile should be bila kamu datang ke IB school. You know, you patut rasa berbangga, patut rasa excited, teruja datang ke sekolah because you dah faham dah. Purpose you mari ke sekolah IB ni bukan semata-mata nak jadi another regular student. No. You know, 146 students ni semua kena jadi orang yang hebat. Okay? We don't talk about the rankings anymore. Kalau dah semua orang dapat 100 markah ataupun semua orang dapat A, you know, 146. So ranking shouldn't be an issue anymore. Masalah sekarang ni, ramai lagi pelajar di Paris Petra, you sibuk bercakap tentang how many A's you score, ranking kamu dan sebagainya. Tapi you forgot to compete with yourselves, you know, with your old selves. Itu sebenarnya bukan patut kamu compete dengan orang lain. Sebab bila kamu rasa kamu patut bersaing orang lain, itu sebenarnya agak tidak sihat, because you will have the tendency to outbreak others, to backstab others and everything. That is not part of IB purpose, ya. Okay. Dia sepatutnya kamu patut bersaing ialah dengan diri kamu sendiri. If you think that you were worse last time, you should be competing with your old selves to become a better person. From there kamu tahu that yang patut dipush ialah diri kamu, bukan yang patut kamu backstab orang lain. That's the thing about IB, ya. So you need to have like a successful academic records, yes. Participate in many aspects of school life. You should be very orang kata ringan tulang. Has a good time management skills. Yeah, this is one of the most important skills. Kalau kamu tak reti nak tidur malam, you know, kalau if I were still a warden dekat sekolah dekat Faris Petra dulu, saya akan tekankan tentang how important it is to have lights off pukul 11.30, you know. 12 I think is too late, because kita nak produce a fresh, you know, energetic type of students on the next day. Kalau student ni tak tidur malam, you know, you mengantuk dalam kelas, lepas tu you aktif di tengah hari, petang apa semua. Malam you tidur lewat balik apa semua. Itu yang akan mengganggu kamu punya learning process. Jadi saya harap it's not just among the students, tapi saya harap guru-guru, pentadbir tolong tekankan tentang lights off dan tentang everybody must sleep on time, you know, because we are preparing them for the next day untuk jadi manusia yang hebat yang boleh absorb segala ilmu, ya. And then has a positive attitude towards learning. Okay, learning is not about scoring excellent grades in examinations. You know, learning ni because kamu nak belajar, contohnya kamu belajar English, bukan sebab kamu nak dapat A semata-mata dalam exam, but you will use these skills, you know, communication skills, the language skills, you know, in your daily life later on. You will be using English when you get yourself into corporate sectors later on. Kamu semua akan jadi orang yang professional. Kamu akan jadi orang yang hebat satu hari nanti. So you need to appreciate the knowledge as it is, bukan semata-mata untuk exam. And that's what IB offers you. Okay, to make you understand better why do you learn history, why do you need to learn physics, why do you need to even learn pendidikan agama Islam. Bukan semata-mata nak dapat A dalam 100% dalam subjek PI tu, tetapi nak apply balik apa values yang saya patut belajar dan terapkan diri saya patut ajar kat sahabat-sahabat saya, adik-beradik saya, you know, keluarga saya, diri saya di usia yang lanjut lepas ni dan sebagainya. Kalau kamu boleh dapat macam tu, itu bermaksud you have actually become a good IB student. And last one is you are able to work well with others. Again, I am saying, jadi pelajar IB ni tidak boleh jadi orang yang individualistic. You need to help each other, tetapi orang yang ditolong pun kau jangan jadi orang yang pemalas. Jangan jadi orang yang mengharapkan pertolongan 100%. That's not a good citizen of Malaysia, ya. So tolong, kalau orang lain dah make an effort, orang yang ditolong tu tolong be serious with it. You know, tolong put aside kamu punya perangai-perangai kampung-kampung, you know, kampung-kampung jeli ke jerat ke, you know, tanah merah ke apa semua. We don't need that in our IB schools, especially when you take care of your hostel later on. I will share with you the videos, don't worry. Okay, so general view of MYPIB. This one, I don't think you need to understand better. Your teacher will explain to you better later on, your counselor. But still, I give you some rough ideas about how you are going to be assessed in IB program. So we have like category 1, Cat 1, collaborative planning. This will be among the administrators, the teachers first, you know, people from the KPM would think about how, what kind of syllabus they are supposed to come up with, you know, vertical horizon articulation, something like that, forums. Ini adalah untuk guru-guru dan administrators. And then untuk the second one, written curriculum pun sama. Unit plan, subject group review, students, parents access ni, sesama guru-guru, administrators dan juga you punya parents. And C3, category 3 ni teaching and learning. Ini yang kamu patut focus on. Okay, kamu patut focus on timetable and deadline. So guru-guru pun sama, you know, homework must be finished on time. You know, jangan meniru satu sama lain. If I was still, I am still applying this on a daily basis. Saya sebagai seorang guru, saya tak akan bagi like piles of homework kepada students. No, I don't believe in that. I would give like 1 or 2 pages only, but I'll make sure, you know, I will discuss thoroughly from alphabet 1 ataupun word 1 until the final word in that particular page. And I am expecting students to do it by themselves. I don't mind if you got 0 out of 20 marks pun, as long as that work is produced solely by yourselves. So from our discussions later on, you will know where your mistakes are at and how do you overcome that mistakes. How can you learn from that mistakes so that you won't do the same mistakes anymore. Okay, I don't mind students who are making 0 out of 20 kind of answers. As long as you learn from the discussion, you pay 100% of your attention when your teacher is actually explaining things. Yeah, and then assessment. So assessment, we have the analysis, analytic as well, reporting, portfolios, assessment, everything. Okay, this one actually more to the teachers lah. Okay, so collaborative planning, written curriculum, service, basically pastoral care ni ialah something to do with sokongan dari segi spiritual, dari segi ibadah. Dari segi kenapa pentingnya orang cakap walaupun kita belajar benda yang orang kata Mak Saleh punya, Western punya culture, nilai values, tetapi kita boleh aplikasikan ajaran-ajaran Islam kita, you know, dalam international vocabulary as well. And then when you take actions, kita akan tengok kalau betul-betul kamu apply segala values sebagai IB learner students ni, IB students ni, kamu akan tengok dari segi analisis data, you akan improve dari segi assessment, kamu akan buat betul-betul, bukan main-main, bukan cikgu bagi 10/1, deadline is 31/1, 30/1 baru kamu nak buat kerja kamu. No way. You know, that's not a IB type of student. Okay, so 10 reasons why International Middle Year Program encourages you to become a creative, critical, and reflective learner. Okay, so you can see actually these are amongst the memories I had with my students in Paris Petra. Some of them are now in Form 5, some of them have actually graduated, yeah. But the memories, you know, how fun it was when I was a teacher in Paris Petra, I can still feel it right until today. So that's why kamu jangan rasa takut nak pergi ke sekolah, tiba-tiba parents nak balik lah, tak usah belajar dekat Paris, no way. Okay, Paris Petra International Baccalaureate School is actually a very fun place to be at. You see, of course, sometimes kena marah kat lecture, kat teachers, kat warden tu adalah perkara biasa. You know, perkara biasa because kita nak produce intellectual citizens ni, it's not an easy thing. Kamu pula masih lagi budak-budak. Kan budak-budak ni bukannya boleh berfikir macam orang tua lagi. So that's why you need a lot of guidance. You need a lot of reminders, you know. So you boleh tengok di sini sendiri kenapa kamu perlu belajar become creative, creative, critical, and reflective learner. Basically seperti apa yang saya dah bagi tahu sebelum tadi. Okay, and then okay, kamu tengok di sini. Bila kamu dah menjelang Form 5 nanti, kamu akan mengakhiri kamu punya international, MYPIB kamu ni dengan personal project daripada yang kamu dah pelajari dari Form 1 sampai ke Form 4. All the skills, you know, berdasarkan 6, I couldn't remember what's the term, tapi kamu akan apply all those skills dalam final year project. Macam kamu masuk universiti nanti, kamu akan ada final year project. And for IB program pun, kamu ada final year project juga. This is what we call as personal project. So, middle year program ni basically dia nak encourage kamu punya connection between your studies in traditional subject to the real world. And then dia nak aplikasikan perkembangan communication skills kamu, intercultural understanding, barulah kamu jadi orang yang bila pergi ke negara Mak Saleh sama belajar apa semua tu tak jadi macam kesumbang dan sebagainya. Ya, so kita nak produce kamu basically international level of student. Okay, international world class of student. Macam tu sekali. And then IB schools ni, we have so far like 850 schools in 79 countries with around 400,000 of students so far. Then good thing about IB at the end of your studies over here in Paris Petra, kamu akan dapat CJ yang menyatakan kamu ni pelajar IB yang dah berjaya siapkan semua requirements ni dalam masa 1 hingga 5 tahun ni. Okay, and CJ ni sangat valuable, sangat valuable. Kamu boleh bawa CJ ni bila kamu nak apply scholarship, semua orang boleh dapat 10A. Tapi bila kamu ada CJ ni, yang menunjukkan kamu dah betul-betul committed as an IB student, dan CJ ni pula international level. That's going to be your plus point. Sebab tu ramai lah kita punya form 5 last year yang dapat sponsorship pergi ke Amerika, pergi ke Korea, pergi ke a few other foreign countries. So, dah masuk Paris Petra International Baccalaureate World School ni. Takkan kamu nak sambung belajar dekat Universiti Malaysia Kelantan saja, kan? Kalau dah tak ada rezeki nak macam mana? But before it gets too late, push yourself because the opportunities are all there for you. Jangan rugikan diri kamu. Okay, so you see, kehidupan di Paris Petra, very fun actually. Kita dapat banyak sponsorship, sponsor banyak masuk, alumni banyak support dan sebagainya. Tak ada reason kenapa you masih cakap you cannot produce the best piece out of yourselves. Okay, so this is actually the assessment level later on. Okay, bila kamu buat personal project, so level 7 ni ialah excellent. Basically, masa first batch kita buat personal project, most of the students would only score around level 3. Tetapi bila the second batch, bila kita dah makin faham, I was sent over to Putra Cyberjaya to talk to the moderator, to the coordinator at the Asia Pacific level. Kita berjaya produce sampai level 5, a few. I think if I'm mistaken, 14 of them berjaya dapat level 5. Dan tahun-tahun seterusnya kita nak tengok ada yang dapat sampai level maximum 6 and 7. Because masa yang kami pergi tu, waktu tu kita dah 80% dah almost complete with the project. Jadi it's quite late untuk kita rombak everything, so buat start all over again. So I hope that if the program is still being continued, you guys lah, batch-batch korang nanti akan produce a world-class level of project. Sebenarnya tak perlu nak world-class pun. If you can actually promote something traditional, sesuatu yang berkaitan dengan heritage, sejarah, culture Kelantan sekalipun, but in a serious way, in an organized way, you will learn it from your coordinators later on. You can still get level 7, for your personal project. So this one, okay, approaches, So every time you masuk belajar nanti, kamu kena hafal benda ni. You have got to understand, not hafal. IB tak suka pelajar dia menghafal kosong, menghafal bodoh-bodoh saja. But you need to know, okay, from any subject or from any lessons that you learn, how can you apply the social skills? Basically, when you get to discuss with your group members. Okay, discuss with your group members about how to come up with better projects, and then you will apply your thinking skills and the research skills. Parents kamu bagi phone, bagi iPad and everything. Jangan gunakan untuk main game semata-mata. Game, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok semata-mata. That is going to be a waste of time. Make full use of the technology to assist you to get, as much as possible, useful knowledges. Research way. The way to research, the content for your project. And then, of course, communication skills as well, very important. Kalau kamu ni orang yang berat mulut, kalau kamu ni orang yang masih lagi kecek bahasa Melayu standard, berterabur, kecek Kelantan je, siang malas. Kita marah bila Chinese, Indians cannot speak Malay properly. But whether you sedar atau tidak, kita orang Melayu pun belum pandai kecap Melayu secara standard. Kita belum mampu untuk bercakap with a proper accent of bahasa Melayu yang betul. Okay? Let alone English language, let alone other foreign language. So betulkan dulu bahasa ibunda kita, bahasa rasmi negara kita. You know, from using the proper way of speaking, guna bahasa yang betul, kamu secara tak langsung membentuk minda kamu jadi orang yang lebih professional, yeah, and also self management skills, things like that. And then this one actually more to personal project. Okay, you don't have to understand this just yet, but you know that these are the 4 steps when you come up with your project. So your project can be either product or outcome, and this one would be explained later by your supervisors and everything. I was talking about global context just now. Global context ni akan ada di setiap subjek kamu belajar nanti. Adakah subjek syllabus tu ataupun chapter tu berkaitan dengan identities and relationships ke, ataupun personal and cultural expressions ke, ataupun orientations in space and time ke. This one would be explained more further. Benda ni nak kena another 1 hour pula of explanation. I wouldn't be talking so much about it. It's just that ini waktu saya dihantar oleh sekolah untuk mewakili our principal to Cyberjaya. We discuss about how actually the personal project should be assessed, should be evaluated. Okay. So lepas balik pada sini, kita lebih faham, you know, the project, the IB shouldn't be that kind of complicated. Memanglah dia ada dia punya filing, documentation, things like that. Tetapi kita kena tahu macam mana nak simplify it, macam mana nak organize it. You know, it's actually a teamwork. So if the students, you know, if the students do your project, your assessment, dia ada 2, formative and summative assessment on time. You know, you don't waste your time. You don't just copy and paste your other friends' answers or project. Sebenarnya IB ni boleh dilakukan. It comes back to your attitude, yeah. And then you see, when I was teaching in Paris Petra, we make full use of technology. You know, this was actually this was actually on my iPad actually. You know, just like how I scribble things out on the computer screen right now. Okay, so this shows that when you become an IB student, you become someone who appreciates your teachers more, appreciates your schools more. You know, you would appreciate your experience in this respective school even more. Okay, so kita dah habis dah ni. Give me like another 5 minutes. Don't worry. Okay, so sebagai pelajar IB, sebelum kamu masuk ke sekolah, you know, bila kamu dibenarkan nanti, saya nak kamu remember, kalau boleh, get a piece of paper, write this all things down. Ini adalah preparation kamu sebelum kamu masuk ke sekolah dan untuk kamu refer your general references sepanjang kamu jadi IB World School student ni. Number 1, you must have a master schedule. Kamu kena ikut kamu punya timetable schedule tu. Jangan main belasah je. Hari ni nak apa? No. You need to have your master schedule. And then use an agenda. And number 3, eliminate distraction. Eliminate means buang segala gangguan. If you think that that friend is actually disturbing you to focus on your studies, ignore him ataupun stop being friends to him or something like that. And then set goals for each study session. Okay, kita pergi prep malam-malam bukan nak bergalak, bukan nak tidur, bukan nak buah, bukan nak berdating. No way. You mari ke sekolah ni adalah kerana kamu nak set goals untuk jadi orang hebat. In 5 years time kamu nak dapat scholarship, nak pergi ke US, nak pergi ke Australia, nak pergi ke UK or something. So kalau 5 tahun ni kamu bazirkan gitu sahaja, and then you keep giving excuses, saya tak payah lah online lessons apa semua, you are actually wasting your time, yeah. And then start working on assignments early. Jangan tunggu cikgu bagi cikgu bagi hari ni, tahun depan baru kau nak buat. No way. Okay, make a project plan. Work on one thing at a time. Jangan rushing sangat. Don't orang kata overdo something. Kadang-kadang ni sebab takut sangat tak siap itu semua ni, nak buat belakang sampai jatuh sakit, no way. And then study in shorter bursts, maksudnya tak perlu pun you kena khatam satu buku satu malam. Let's say 1 or 2 pages should be okay. And you know, this has got to be discussed with the teachers as well lah. Kadang-kadang ada certain teachers ni memang mungkin dia beranggapan bagi kerja banyak, you know, like halls 100 muka surat satu malam tu would be a good thing for the students, but I don't believe in that. What I believe is 1 or 2 pages tapi betul-betul buat sendiri, and bila kita discuss tu students really understand things like that, yeah? And then start early in the day, and that's why I am being very serious about the likes of must be very early, because kita nak students yang bangun pagi tu tak rasa ngatuk dah apa semua, dia rasa fresh. Itu main important things, and it relates to the final points, which is get 6 to 7 hours of sleep. Okay, if you look at this, okay, so let me share with you from the animated one. Okay, hang on. Okay, all right. You see? Alright. So tarik sini, okay, biar dia stretch dulu. Lepas tu tarik sini, tarik, okay. Jadi, nampak stretch. Alright, so kenapa ni? Kenapa kita perlu orang kata take care of the cleanliness, the tidiness ni sangat penting? Because dari sini kamu belajar tentang time management, tentang how to manage your surrounding. Kalau simple things like this you cannot manage, stop talking about how to manage the whole country. Stop thinking about conquering the world. No way. You know, simple things begin from your home, from your own place, you know. And when we talk about boarding schools, your hostel is your home. So if you don't actually take a very good care of your toilets, lepas berok, tak flush apa semua, memang perangai beruk atas pokok lah. I'm sorry if I'm being quite harsh, tapi kadang-kadang perlu untuk dibagi tahu, sebab this still happens even though kita dah 2021. Okay, so kenapa? Sebab value kita ni masih lagi kita letakkan level kita orang kampung, you know. No way, I'm not actually menghina orang kampung, tetapi kita nak, walaupun kita duduk kampung, I pun orang kampung, tetapi kita nak produce a world class minded of citizens di Malaysia. You see, this batch I boleh puji sebab bermula daripada batch ini dah tak ada dah selipar dalam dorm, dah tak ada dah orang kata baju bergelimpangan, gatung-gatung macam rumah tinggal mak rempik, tak ada apa semua, no more. You know, your success can actually be reflected on how you take care of your hostel, on how you take care of your home. And that's very important, and that's actually part of IB values, yeah. Okay, so this one you can actually learn, read it by yourselves. I want to share with you another video before we end our session. Okay, this was taken from a Japanese elementary school. You see, they clean up their own classrooms, they serve their own lunch. Orang Jepun dia ajar values dulu kepada kanak-kanak mereka, sebab tu mereka produce excellent citizens yang boleh membanggakan negara mereka. Kita ingat benda-benda kecil macam ni, it's not counted, no, actually it's actually very important. You see, they mop their floors by themselves. The teachers eat together with the students. Yes. That's correct. It helps to build self-confidence, the value of responsibility. Itu yang kita fokus when we teach students of international baccalaureate world schools. You see, tidying up after themselves is about preparing them for life. Bila skills ni tak diajar secara eksplisit, tu yang kita produce, you know, manusia-manusia yang tak ambil kisah pasal environment dan sebagainya. The values itself, you know? Okay, that's it. All right, so that's about it. Okay, so I think that's all from me. It's almost 3:30 already. So I think that's all. Did you enjoy explanation given by me? How many of you enjoy? Please press your raise hand button. Is there any raise hand button over there? Okay, if yes, thank you so much. I think that's all from me. Mr. Wan Arif, I think that's all from me. Okay. All right. Yes, that's correct. Of course, of course. Okay. Camera. Thank you so much for joining anyway. Buka camera. I want to see you guys. Okay, that's you, Iman Sofia. Zaimi. Okay. Oh, is that you, Mr. Zaim? Hello. All right. Thank you so much for joining the session with. Okay, okay. All right. Okay. All right, okay. All right. All right. Bye, see you. Welcome. All right. Kak Mi kata, okay, bye. See you. Right.